Hi, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'm going to briefly talk about the topic and then get into some video evidence, and I know that will be fun. I'm doing a voiceover right now because my audio wasn't the best, so we have to do a voiceover. But let's get into the topic. This particular topic began with my mom. She has this theory about us being surrounded by water and that outer space isn't what we think it is. She would question our limitations on being able to go deep into the water, about how there's so much unexplored territory when it comes to the ocean. Funny because during this time, I was suddenly very deeply into Moana. And I don't have any shame of being an adult watching Moana, but seriously, I was very deep into it, y'all. I was very deep into Moana, as if it was like a new movie that just came out, even though it came out years ago. Anyway, then my mom started talking about her theory again, and I started to add to it because of how into this I was now. I added that the ocean looks just like the sky at night, as above, so below. I started to think about astronauts and not only how they train in water, but how they look when they're in space. It's just as if they're in water. I've had dreams in the past about what's beneath the ocean. I'll save that for another time. Y'all know me and my dreams and how they are real because you've been witness to them coming true. So that, I'm happy I had that proof out there so that you guys can know when I talk about my dreams. When I talk about my dreams, you know something is real, and it's just telling me the truth. So I'm glad you have that proof so you can look forward to that next one because it's very interesting. Anyway, in this series of things I didn't think I'd talk about online, I'll be using clips and at times full videos of other people's work because they really bring the evidence of what I've been thinking. And I'm going to keep saying that little piece there be in all the videos because it's important to note. I love when I suddenly come up with a theory and then see other people with the same theory, but they bring the actual proof. There's all kinds of ancient texts and scientific backings for all the different theories I have. So this will be a fun series because I'm just going to bring those clips to you. You know, I'll have my little 2 cents, but there's nothing like there's something about how they're using their expertise in this. It just really helps to enhance what I'm saying. So let's take a look at the work of someone that I ran into on TikTok. Her credit is going to be on the screen, so you can go support her as well. Don't forget to support me. It's free to click like and to follow me. So here we go.
Remember how this looks. Here's another one. Last one. Now what does that look like to you? It just looks so familiar to me. Could it be? It looks oddly similar to this. There has to be an extremely strong barrier to hold all that water up there and prevent it from falling on us. Some type of hard glass-like structure similar to what we use in an aquarium to maintain all the water within it. I wonder what this could be. Let's check the Bible and see what it has to say. Let's start from the beginning. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and was void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So in the beginning, the waters was already there. Which reminds me of that video I made further down my page where I said, I think there's a correlation between God and water. But continuing, verse 3, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it, the firmament, divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. The ancient Israelites were very into cosmology, and here's a depiction of what they believed the earth to look like. You see the waters above the firmament and the waters below the firmament. So the waters below the firmament is what we see every day down here, and the waters above the firmament are basically the sea of heaven, because above the waters above the firmament you see the realm of God. That's where God actually dwells, and that's where the kingdom of heaven is. The blue dome is the firmament, which holds the water and prevents it from falling onto us, and it creates a little air pocket so that we can breathe. Also notice that the luminaries, the sun, the moon, the stars, are local. They're within the Earth's atmosphere beneath the firmament. This might explain why it's so hot here on Earth, but it's dark where the brightest star is supposed to be, and it's cold up in space. Just like the deeper you go in the ocean, you get further away from the sun, so it gets colder and darker. As above, so below, or as the Bible says, on earth as it is in heaven. You can see beneath the earth's crust is Sheol, which is hell. And then look at what's underneath Sheol, this little serpentine, dragon-like water serpent. Remember that, that's very important. There's a reason this dragon is depicted right here. As you can see here, the Israelites were not the only people who had this view of the world. A plane with a dome on top. Their depiction of Earth reminds me of a snow globe, and the home of Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob. Now look at this experiment as an example. He has this dome-like film thingy, and as he goes up out of the water, it's a perfect air pocket for him underneath the water. That is the way that the firmament works as well. Look, he's talking in there, he was eating in there. Same thing we do. And for those of you comment gangsters who thought I was crazy, this isn't a new concept at all. The concept of there being a cosmic ocean goes back thousands and thousands of years. It was seen in the mythologies and the cultures of the Yazidis, the Yarsanists, Alavi, the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Greeks, the Jews, ancient Indians, ancient Persians, Sumerians, and the Zoroastrians. The same concept you're calling crazy has played a prominent role in both ancient Near Eastern cosmology, biblical cosmology, and the cosmological systems. And you see this a lot in the creation stories around the world. Life began and sprouted out of water, whether that be from the waters above or the waters beneath. The firmament is probably the reason you never see the rockets that are being launched go straight up into space. They always seem to take a curve. Alright, so let's go deeper into the etymology of the word firmament. Firmament is the name for the sky or the heavens, generally used in the context of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. In the Hebrew Old Testament, the word used for firmament is rakia, pronounced ra-ki-ah, meaning extended or solid surface or flat expanse, considered to be a hemisphere above the earth. The word is derived from the Hebrew raka, meaning beaten out or to spread material by beating, hammering, or stamping. Isn't that what we saw earlier in the beginning of this video? Okay, now look at how when they launch this rocket and it hits the firmament, look at all of that material spewing off of it. And to be honest, I think that material is ether, which is the fifth element. And I could do a whole series on ether because it comes in many different forms. But let's continue on with the definition. The process of making a metal bowl by hammering metal flat, or to make a spreading of clouds. Thus, in the Bible, Elihu asked Job, "Can you beat out the Raka, the vault of the skies?" As he does, hard as a mirror of cast metal, in Job chapter 37, verses 18. In the Vulgate, the word fermentrium is used, which in classical Latin means a strengthening or support, which is exactly what it does. For Jewish and Christian astronomers familiar with Greek astronomy, the firmament was the eighth sphere carrying the fixed stars. Notice that it says fixed, they don't move, and surrounding the 7 spheres of the planets in the geocentric model. Let's check out another definition. An extended surface, solid, just like I said, a solid expanse as if beaten out, compared to Job 37:18. Let's look down. It says a flat expanse as if of ice. And that's very important, but we're going to get into that in the next video. It also says the vault of heaven or firmament, regarded by Hebrews as solid and supporting the waters above. So exactly what I said. So it's common knowledge that the further you go up into the Earth's atmosphere, the colder it gets, and the more things start to solidify and turn into ice crystals. So it only makes sense that if we try to go up higher enough, we will eventually bump into this hard, blue, crystalline, ice-like structure. The firmament keeps anything from getting in or out, but we'll talk more about this in the next part. Have you ever wondered how in SpongeBob there is an entire body of water underneath the water?
One of the most amazing things that I had ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet. It was in the Gulf of Mexico. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute.
This actually takes me into my next topic about what I saw in my dream. The one I was telling you about from before. Yes, that dream. So stay tuned for part 2 because we're going to get into that. And this video evidence that she's showing supports what my dream was showing me. All right, until next time, my dreams show me things, but I'm actually there. As you already know this, you guys know this already. So I'm not gonna get into that. Until next time. Also, don't forget to tell me how you're liking this series so far. Of course, it's only part 1, but still, you can tell me what you think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or follow, because I'm doing this on Patreon. I'm still debating if I want to put this out there to everyone on my YouTube channel or start another YouTube channel. That's just, you know what, give me your opinion on that. You're my Patreon members. Let me get an opinion on that. But for now, this is just for you. And yeah, let me know what you think about it and give me more topics. I have a whole bunch anyway of theories that I have that other people have came out and spoke on. So it's going to be a fun series. I know it is. I'm having fun doing it. So until next time, as I said before, bye, my lovelies.